help beauty professionals over 40 use AI to create workflow strategies, content creation, sequential content creation, and systems to help their business run more smoothly, more effectively, and more efficient. And I also want to share these are things that I have implemented in my business. So, welcome to day 7 of Calm AI, and it's for and 30 days of calm is the name of my series. So, welcome to my series, Calm AI, 30 days of calm. Okay, so what we're going to do today, this is day 7. We're going to recap what happened prior to um, the past few days and what we talked about. So I have my notes right here, guys. So in case you see me looking down, that's why. Um, the first thing we're going to talk about is how AI assists. The second one is boundaries matter. And we're going to talk about prompts and workflows. So let's start with AI assistant. AI cannot run your business. It can assist by using to set up workflows, strategies, systems, and consistent sequential content. So what does that mean? So you can use it to set up a workflow. And I always like to give the example that I am in the beauty business. I do lashes. So part of the workflow is the client coming in. Well, the first part of the workflow is the client setting up the appointment. Then the client comes in. The part that workflow is setting an appointment up, getting a confirmation. Now the client has shown up for their appointment. And again, guys, we always need the human touch when we're doing this. It can't always be, it's not. Don't ever be, let it, don't ever be confused with AI is taking over because we are in the service industry. It's not, it can never put a lash on. It can never fix a car. It can never come and vacuum, clean your rugs. So we are in the service industry. So let's keep that in mind. So again, here we go. So the workflow is the client or the customer. They set up the appointment. They get a confirmation. That's the first part of the workflow. The second part is they come in to see you to have the actual service done, or you go to them, however you work it out. The third part of the workflow is you have to follow up. So now that not only is that a workflow, it's also a strategy because when you do all the things, when you're done, the follow up is you're going to send them a thank you note. You're going to send them um, how to care for your lashes. You're going to send them how to care for your car. You're going to also encourage them to reschedule their appointment to come back. And even if they don't have an appointment, you want to, especially in the car industry, they may not, welcome. They may not, in the car industry or the auto industry, they may not have a set time that they come back like they do for hair, nails, skin. So they don't have a set time. So you want to encourage them a time to possibly come back and have their car have to maintain or car maintenance have something looked at. So that is what a workflow could look like. So you have the actual appointment, you have the actual service, then you have the follow-up. And it's strategic because you are doing things at the end of the workflow. You're thanking them for their business. You're encouraging them to come back. And you're also encouraging them to take care of the thing that they just had done. So let's move on to boundaries. Um, let's see here. These people, I don't understand why they come on here acting. Okay. Now let's move on. I don't know, it always amazes me how people come on to other people platforms and just do and say things that's crazy. I don't know. Anyway, so now we're going to talk about boundaries and how boundaries matter. Boundaries matters because AI apps or any AI platform is not a data vault. What does that mean? Do not store credit card information. Do not store your client's personal. We won't store our client's personal information. We won't store our client's credit card information. And we're not going to use it to diagnose any problem. We're not doctors, and it's not and we're not lawyer, and it's not a lawyer. So we're not going to go to it and use medical not medical, legal advice. There are apps made specifically for that, but that is not, using AI is not one of them. But let's see, can I get on? So again, we don't want to store sensitive information in our AI, on our AI, in our AI memory, anything we may look up. And when you are using, this is a little side note, if you use AI to create forms for your clients, you always want to, you don't want to copy and paste. You want to create a form. Don't copy and paste, because you may copy and paste somebody else else's information. So you'll have a template. You can create templates, which we'll get into much later. But right now we're just getting to know AI. Like, I've been working with it for the past year, and it has absolutely changed my business. Okay, so let's talk about prompts. So what prompts can we use? I'm going to give you one. Again, I'm in the lash business, and being in the lash business, I always like to use this workflow because it's easy and it's understandable. You can use it in the lash business, you can use it in the auto industry. And here is the prompt. I'm in the lash business. Help me create an aftercare message for my clients once they leave. You can ask it to use numeral listing. Like, I like numerical listings because it doesn't keep it bunched up. Like, when I see words, for some reason, sometimes I can't decipher what it is. They look like a lot of bunched up words to me. So I like to receive my information in numerical order. So step one, it don't have to say step one, but have a number next to it. Even if it has to be broken down, like one and then 1A under the same topic, 1B, and then 2A, 2B. Okay. So anyway, you're going to ask it to, I'm in the lash business, help me create an aftercare message for my clients once they leave. And you want to ask it to use numerical listing so that the words don't look jumbled. And you're going to include care instructions. So if it's my lash client, I wanted to include care instructions. I'm thanking them for company, for coming and supporting my business. So I wanted to thank my client. I wanted to give it care instructions in the numerical order, and I wanted to encourage them to, if they have not made their next appointment, to then schedule their next appointment. If you're an auto mechanic, you want to do the same thing. You're going to ask AI to help you create a aftercare message, especially for cars, because people like to keep up with what is happening with their cars. And even if they want to sell it or trade it in, they have a running list of all the things that it has done. So if you're an auto mechanic, you're going to ask AI to create the aftercare message to thank them for coming in. That's acknowledgement. You're going to ask AI to list what service they had done. That's so that they'll know and can keep a running tab on what they have had serviced in their car, especially if something happens. The third thing you want to do is encourage them to come back for schedule just a maintenance visit. And excuse me. What I think is important too for the auto industry, auto mechanics, is to add a maintenance tip. What person doesn't want a maintenance tip, especially women? Women of a certain age. Of course, I'm over 40, and I have a car that I don't know. From day to day, I don't know what I'm doing with this car. But what I do know is, once I have my car serviced, I do keep the receipts together. But imagine if I could just have a running tab, a running list of, how, I don't want to say a running list, have a uh, I'll say running list because I can't think of the word that I want to use right now. But you have a log. How about a log of all the things with the dates? You can have AI update your clients, your customers' services, so that they'll know all the things they had done. But of course, you have to set it up and put it all in a workflow. That's why I absolutely love AI, and I'm so excited about it. I want everybody to know about it, and I'm just trying to share the information. So anyway, those are the things that you can ask AI to do. You wanted to thank the client, acknowledgement, and I know I'm repeating myself, so I'm sorry. Thank the client, acknowledgement, log what they had done so that they'll know what's going on with their car, and for lashes, they'll know that what they had done with their lashes. And third, you want to encourage them to come back. So it's client or customer retention. So those are the past things. Those are the things we talked about in the past 6 days. Today is the seventh day. So thank you for joining me again. And guys, listen, we still have the rest of the month to go. We're doing 30 days of Calm AI. So make sure you join me tomorrow for my next few tips on using AI in the beauty or service industry for the beauty professionals or the service industry professionals over 40. This is for you because anytime we hear something about computers, technology, we freeze up and we get kind of stuck. We get stuck looking at those screens. So thank you for joining me. If you want more information, please check out my bio and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.